This week's episode of the Markout Media Podcast is sponsored by SeatGeek. Hey, Victor, do you like going to sporting events?
I do. Go Giants.
Yeah, or even hockey?
I do. Go Sharks.
Uh, Football?
Go Raiders.
And of course, professional wrestling like AEW or WWE.
Oh, of course. I mean, like, I would love to go to WWE or AEW or any wrestling event.
But don't you feel like tickets are just so expensive nowadays?
Yes, they are. And I would love to save some money.
Well, here at the Markout Media Podcast, we actually are sponsored by someone that will help you, and they are called SeatGeek. SeatGeek is an amazing app that helps you buy tickets in literally the easiest way possible. So if you do want to go to any of these sporting events, you can just hit up SeatGeek, whether it's on your phone or on the internet through a web browser, and just hit them up and use our code to get $20 off your first purchase. And please listen closely because you definitely want to use this promo code. The promo code is MarkoutMedia. That's one word, Markout Media. So again, please go to SeatGeek right now on your phone or on your web browser and save some money for your next sporting event. It's about time you get started on doing these again.
Hey, shut up.
I mean, come on, you're lazy.
You're lazy guy.
We're friends with a lot of these people that we interview. You could just be like, hey, let's interview.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'll explain, I guess.
Yeah, anyways, Berkeley, roll the intro.
Following podcast is scheduled for one fall. From San Jose, California, the king of vlog style, David Edge, and everyone's favorite, Brother Victor. This is the Markout Media Podcast.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the Markout Media Podcast. If this is your first time, my name is David Edge, and with me, as always, is my brother Victor.
Hey, what's up?
Make sure to subscribe to us. We're on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and many more platforms where podcasts are provided to you. Also, make sure to follow us on social media. It's at Markoutmedia18 on Twitter and Instagram. Once again, that's Markoutmedia1 or 81. What is it?
18.
18, yeah.
18.
Markoutmedia18.
There you go, guy.
And then, as always, make sure to buy the merch at brainbustertees.com.
What shirt are you wearing?
I am wearing a Speedball Mike Bailey shirt.
Let me see.
Yeah, because a monkey. Monkey.
Oh, that's cool. I like that one.
Yeah, that's my favorite one. What are you wearing?
But you got me.
Yeah, say what it is, you idiot.
Well, where was it from?
Pro Wrestling Tees.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a high flyer shirt. It says high flyer, and it's a green shirt and with the marijuana leaf.
Yeah, there you go. Out of your a billion shirts that you have still.
Yeah, there's some I need to go through, but there's a lot I got rid of. There's a lot I got rid of.
Can you think of a shirt that you haven't worn in a very, very long time that you still have?
The wrestling shirt?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like that you just I still want to keep it, but you never wear it.
Oh, I have a list. There's from Drowning. I have shirts from two of them.
Still, why?
I don't want to throw them away.
Why?
I'm gonna hang them up.
Why?
I'll frame them, get them signed.
Again, why?
I'm kidding. I don't know. I just don't.
Do you talk to any of the guys from Drowning?
Not anymore.
Neither do I.
Oh, there you go.
Not like I'm saying I'm not friends with them. It's just that it's over. They're not even in that band. That band's not a thing.
Yeah, I know.
Get over it. It's over.
Move on.
God.
There's a Demi Lovato shirt, like a tour shirt that I'm keeping.
Oh, but that doesn't fit you. You're fat.
Stop. I just came over here to body shame me.
What size shirt is that?
The shirt?
Not your size.
No, not my size anymore. It's probably like a large.
I just cut the sleeves off.
It's a large.
You're not a sleeveless guy.
It's a large.
Oh, so?
I'm not a large.
Take the sleeves off.
No, I want to keep because it's a tour shirt. It has a tour dates in the back.
Why don't you get a denim jacket and then just cut the print out and put it on the back?
Yeah, I want to do that.
Yeah, like a punk rock shirt.
Punk.
Or what is it, the denim vest that they wear for biker clubs?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah, okay, so what's the gap between this interview and the last one you did?
January of this year.
Bullshit, really?
Yeah, Marco was the last one.
Oh, yeah. Holy hell. We definitely need to get that figured out.
Well, no, I have my list of people that I want to get next, so.
Yeah, we're not going to tell you because that's just how that works. But, yeah, I mean, I will say next time we definitely need to get Fab on an interview as well.
Yeah, that's what. Well, I can do it over Zoom now, so.
I don't want to do Zoom. They deserve to be with us.
I know, but if all else fails and booking meetings suck and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, and Victor is the main one for the interviews here. I just mainly do the intros and outros, but
he's just here to hang out.
If I do have time, which I usually don't, I will do the interviews with them.
Oh, you're speaking end of an era. You.
Oh yeah, I'm no longer a videographer.
Yeah.
Yeah, people keep saying photographer, but that's different.
It's end of an era.
Yeah, it's totally fine. I mean,
when did you start?
What?
Like or videography and wrestling.
Ooh.
What was your first video making highlights and shit like that?
It was, I can't remember what year it was. So
was it Ugwa?
It was the Shark City Showdown for Ugwa. I was filming on my phone. That was maybe 2017.
Yeah.
And then eventually, I blame Ugwa.
Ugwa
yeah, it's Ugwa's fault that I did all this.
What did your Theo say on Facebook the other day when I was down? Ugwa picked me up.
Yeah.
There you go.
I was about to comment. Oh yeah, well Ugwa saved me from a burning building. just to one up him. Oh yeah, well Ugwa actually gave me another kidney so I could live.
Ugwa saved me from this bus that's gonna hit me.
Actually, Ugwa actually dove in front of a bullet for me. No, but yeah, it's I mean, it's totally fine. I mean, if I had to be honest, I loved filming. I was never a big fan of editing. Editing was the hard part.
Yeah, I don't even like editing the podcast. I don't like editing the videos that I have to do for IG Reels.
Oh, so that's why you don't really podcast, because you hate doing this.
It's a hate-love kind of thing, but yeah.
I love how it's supposed to be like a love-hate thing, but you choose hate first over love.
Yeah. Even though it's
a
fine.
hate-love.
It's fine, because when I was doing the interview, I was perfectly fine. And I was like, okay, cool. It's like I never really...
Yeah.
It's like I did it last week.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. I'm glad you got to do an interview. Again, as I said, for this interview, you're not going to hear me on it because I don't have time to do interviews, and if I do get a chance, it's going to have to be at a show.
Yeah, and that's fine. We got a couple shows coming up that we're both going to that I'm trying to think of, but I can't right now.
Yeah, but this interview is pretty cool. It's with
Lara Frazier,
the adventurer.
Yeah,
Lara Frazier.
Yeah, they were. We talked about the Jungle Cruise.
Did you guys really?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, okay. I wish I was there because I'm a big Disney fan.
Yeah,
and I'm sure she is.
Talked
too.
about the movie.
Did you tell her? I haven't heard the interview, so sorry if it's breaking the fourth wall or some shit. Did you talk about how you thought I would be good to be a Jungle Cruise person?
No, I forgot to mention that.
Wow.
No, I probably forgot to mention that.
Delete it now. I'm just kidding.
You and those corny jokes.
I don't think they're corny.
They're
just not good.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm glad we got to that part. But yeah. Wow. You don't want to ask me questions about what my favorite things are about filming?
No. Yeah. What's next? What's next after filming?
Wrestling.
Which
will be sometime this year. I don't know when, to be honest, but maybe I do. I don't know. I'm just gonna keep you guys all on your toes. You know.
But the next is the Graps.
The Graps?
Yeah, Graps.
Oh, grappling. You idiot. That no one says that. The Graps. You sound like an undercover cop who's at a high school trying to sound cool. Hello, you fellow kids.
Pretty much.
The Graps.
I
hang out with all my chums.
Yeah, your high school chums.
No, shut up.
I didn't say it. Your dad did.
Yeah. No, I know. Which he'll figure that. He's not here, is he?
No, he's not here. No.
Oh, it's 'cause he's got a job.
Well, he's got something important to do.
Yeah, important stuff to do. Lucky bastard. I'm just kidding.
We got to get into this interview.
Yeah, no, let's get into this interview with Lara Frazier, the adventurer. I love that nickname, the adventurer.
Yeah, it's good. I like it.
Yeah, they're fucking awesome. Let's get in. Sorry, you're watching Wizards of Waverly Place. Why?
Because it's on a live stream on Disney Channel's YouTube page.
Oh, okay. So you willingly are watching this.
I just put it on as background stuff.
Okay, cool. I mean, as long as I get to see David Henry, he's the real reason that show's good.
Let's get into this interview.
All right, let's get to these the adventurer Lara Frazier interview right here, right now on the Markoutmedia podcast.
Today, my guest is Lara Frazier. Lara, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. How about you?
Like I said off camera, I'm a little tired. I don't know. Just this is what happens when you take dabs all day and you smoke all day. It's just it's the price I pay for choosing an indica over a sativa.
Yeah, I had an edible earlier because I wasn't feeling well, and now I feel better.
Yeah. So yeah, what were you up to today? Just you're just at work?
I was at work and then I wasn't feeling well because I just was feeling really feverish. I think it was just a migraine. I thought it wasn't a migraine because it was like worse, but it was just a migraine. So I went home and then took a nap and had an edible, and now I feel better.
That's good. That's good to hear. It's good to hear you feeling better. But yeah, let's get straight into it. You trained at Stoner U.
Mhm.
You're still basically, because I mean it's like you debut, but you're still you're still going to training and you're still at the dojo, so to speak. But
Mhm.
you have worked a few Stoner U shows. How are those shows like?
They're a lot of fun. I like them because they're not like as serious. You're just kind of like uh trying whatever you can to see what works instead of just like, going out there and just doing what, like, I feel you get to try more new stuff at the dojo shows than, see what people like, and then you go and do it elsewhere.
Nice. So how was because the Stoner U dojo? You guys just had a show for 420. How was that one?
It was all right. I think the crowd was like really stoned because they seemed like they were really sleepy the whole time. But I get it. I get it.
Yeah, it was 420. I thought about going out there, me and my homie, but I was just like, we're gonna get too stoned, and driving back is just, yeah, it just sounds awful. So,
Yeah, not a
but
good idea.
yeah, I was hoping the show went pretty well, but I did see a couple of Instagram stories that night, so it's pretty good. I was gonna ask, do they have any upcoming shows at the dojo coming up?
Yes. We have the memorial show for John Wilk on May 18th. All of the donations being made for the show that we usually ask for a $10 donation for entry,
Yeah.
and all those will be donated to his family.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, so
Nice.
celebration of life.
Yeah, celebration of life, definitely. That should be a good show. How long have you been training at Stoner U? When did you start?
2019. I would have debuted in 2020, but something happened. I don't know if heard about it.
No, yeah, the pandemic happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was weird because like for me when the pandemic happened, I was like, I got to do something, and then that's when I would start doing interviews like every single day on Instagram Live, and I was like, okay, I could do this, and I was doing them every single day, and at some point, I just had to stop and just move everything over to Apple Podcasts and everything like that. But yeah, just the pandemic. I was like, let's get to work. I was like, fuck this. I was like, I'm bored.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I was gonna ask because when were you supposed to debut then? Since if the pandemic didn't happen, when was your debut?
I don't think there was like a set date, but like it, she could talked about getting me on shows because that's when Hood Slam was running shows out of the
Yeah,
Metro every Friday. So they would need people for like glam because I'm femme presenting, so I would be
yeah,
great for glam. And then probably like Sexy Good Time Russell show, like they always need a bunch of people dressing up in cosplay and stuff. And she really
yeah.
liked my announce day again. So it was my ring announcing because I was doing ring announcing for dojo shows at the time.
Okay.
So I feel like it was like just in reach, and then all of a sudden, boom, the pandemic happened, and then I got my neck injury. And Stoner U wasn't running dojo shows for a while when they first moved to the new place, and Hood Slam was only running once every couple of months. And obviously the Hood Slam regulars get priority when it comes to booking, obviously.
Yeah,
So it's like
yeah.
there wasn't really anywhere for me to debut for the longest time until finally 5cc let me show up there and debut there, which was very nice of them.
Oh, that's the five-sided ring, right?
Yes.
Okay, and that's in Washington, correct?
Correct.
Okay, I've heard of them before. How was debuting
Mhm.
for out there?
It was interesting because like I wasn't sure how the crowd was really going to react to me, but thankfully the 5cc crowd is actually really good. Like they're just, I think because Bellingham didn't have, at least this is what I've heard, Bellingham didn't have wrestling for like the longest time. You know, it's very close to the Canadian border. It's like almost as far north as you can get with the United States, and as except for Alaska, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah, they I wasn't sure how the crowd was going to react, but I think they're just really excited because they hadn't had a wrestling, like pro wrestling promotion in ages until 5cc showed up. So, and like, you know, there's not a lot of close by places for them to go watch live wrestling. So
Got it. Is there any difference in the 5-sided ring compared just to the normal 4-sided ring?
yeah, you can't really run the ropes.
Yeah, I would imagine running the ropes on a 5-sided ring is kind of awkward.
Yeah, you kind of just gotta like either take them into the corner from the rope, or yeah, or you can't really like run someone from Irish whip someone from one corner to another corner either. It's like you get them out of the corner, they hit the rope, but like, you know, it led to some cool stuff. Like you could take some out of the corner, have them hit the rope, and then like pump kick them or something. Like there would be some interesting stuff, but it was mostly a challenge, not gonna lie.
Nice. Yeah, because I knew that was your debut, and I wrote it down on my last notes, but then I just deleted it. So I'm glad we're talking about it now. But yeah, just because I was curious, because I was like, wait, the 5-sided ring. I was all like, I was like, there's got to be some difference in it because it's a difference. There's an extra side to it, and I would assume it's more wide than a normal fucking like 4-sided ring. So
Yep.
Yeah, that's funny. But yeah, so you at Stoner U, your trainers are the Stoner brothers and Anton Voorhees, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, because I remember when I did the Anton Voorhees interview, I told him, I was like, you got a student that I was like kind of I was like, I could tell that you came from Stoner U. I was like, you got that style of Stoner U that I think that there's a style of. And like it reminded me of Anton so much of the way that you wrestle. It reminded me of Anton, and I was like, well, he's a good wrestler. So, but yeah, what I was saying is your style, like it reminds me of Anton. Anton's a good wrestler. I think you're a good wrestler. The Stoner brothers are good. The Stoner brothers are good wrestlers. They're very creative in the ring. I think you're very creative in the ring. And sometimes that's what I look for a wrestler, like especially if they're around here and they're around the area. Like I want to see some creativity in the ring. It's always nice. It's always nice to see something new or something that you maybe haven't seen before from a wrestler, and you definitely give off those vibes.
Yeah, I'm very fortunate to have the trainers that I do have because they are so creative. Dustin was the one that helped me basically come up with my finisher because he had seen like the snap driver before, and he was like, why don't you bounce off the ropes and swing around and do it? And I was like, okay, I'll try it. And I think I tried it with Marcelo a couple of times. And yeah, he's like, that should just be your finisher. Because like I was having problems coming up with a finisher, and he's like, that should just be your finisher. And I was like, okay. And people love it. So yeah, thank you, Dustin. I mean, thank you, Ricky.
Yeah, there you go. Nice.
And Scotty is also super duper creative, and Anton has definitely helped me come up with a lot of my combos. Well, so is Scotty. Okay. But yeah, like a lot of the kicky stuff's definitely Anton. A lot of the kicky transition stuff, and then a lot of the just general striking into like certain moves is definitely Scotty.
Nice. Like I said, they're great wrestlers, and they know how to tell stories in the ring and just with their bodies, and it's great. And like I said, I can definitely tell that you got that, in you. And I mean, shit. I mean, you're the first. If I'm getting this correct, you're the first South Bay Championship Wrestling Women's Champion, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
How is that feel to be the first one?
Really weird, because I didn't think like that would be so soon in my career. Like I was just like, oh damn, okay. But yeah, it feels weird. Like I'm obviously very grateful and happy and stuff, but yeah, it's just it still hasn't registered yet, even though the title's not on me anymore.
Got it. Yeah, I mean, Okay, so you won it and then you lost it.
I won it, defended it once, and then lost it.
Yeah, because I was on Instagram and I saw the clip. I would think South Bay just reposted it today or posted it today of Brooke Havoc pinning you for the title. So yeah, that's what I opened up right before I did this interview. So was you losing the title, but no, that I mean, you're like I said, you're the first ever one, so you got that's in the history books. So that's good. But you have a title at Lucha Patron too, correct?
Yeah, that one I just won and then lost. That was the light heavyweight Lucha Patron light heavyweight champion. I was the first femme presenting Lucha Patron light heavyweight champion.
I was working their shows. I know their shows are always packed.
Oh yeah, they definitely. I don't know what it is about Santa Rosa, but even when we did that one show in Petaluma, it was pretty packed. I think they're just really good at promoting their shows. Like I always see, they always have like ads on like Instagram and Facebook, and they just really know how to get their name out there. Also, they do like bilingual ads, which I think is also important too, because sometimes like you have areas that predominantly speak Spanish, so like it's important that like those people know what's going on, and especially since it's a lucha show, it would make sense, right? So yeah, I think they're very smart when it comes to promoting their shows.
No, yeah, definitely. But Lisa, we talked about your Hood Slam debut. You got a debut coming up at the end of the month, and that's one that's close to my heart because that's the home promotion for me. Is you're going to debut for UGWA.
Yeah, I'm finally excited that I get to debut there.
Yeah, so are you? I mean, how do you feel? I mean, you excited about it? And yeah, I'm excited that you're doing it, and it's against Jordan Blue, so this should be pretty cool.
Yeah. I haven't had a chance to wrestle her one-on-one yet. I just wrestled her in the triple threat with Eliza Hammer. That's the only match I've ever had with her. So I'm stoked to go one-on-one with her this time.
Yeah, and you're gonna do it in the UGWA zone, as I'm the only one that calls it that. So it's never gonna catch on, but hopefully one day it will. But
one day.
But no, yeah, I'm excited. Like I said, that's the home promotion for me, and it's in San Jose. It's home, and like I said, that venue for me, thankfully, is like I don't know, not even 10 minutes away. So,
must be nice.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Finally, because we usually go to the Emporium in San Francisco.
Yeah, I've noticed that. It looks like a really cool venue, though, just from what I've seen from like the videos and stuff.
It's a very great venue. I love it. It's in the parking.
Yeah.
If you don't get there by a certain time, it just sucks. Like, yeah, the last time me and David were there for the last show, we parked pretty far, and then we had to walk up the hill, and then we had to walk down the hill and back up, and
God.
Yeah, it was too much. Like I said, just walking those hills in San Francisco suck. But I was gonna ask, because now that we have a promotion like Full Queer, what's it like wrestling for Full Queer?
I love wrestling for Full Queer just because, like, I don't know, I feel like most places, don't get me wrong, I love being there. I love that these places are booking me, but I think most people, because I'm femme presenting and, because, I was designated female at birth, whatever. Mm-hmm. I think a lot of the times people are like, oh yeah, you're a women's wrestler. You're in the women's division. Mm-hmm. And there's a couple of promotions that like will put me up against anyone really, and that's one of the reasons why I like working dojo shows. Also Lucha Patron, they don't just shove me into the woman box. They let me wrestle whoever. Yeah. But yeah, I feel like other promotions, like, I don't think they're like I don't think they're doing it maliciously, obviously. I think that's just what we're taught and they just like, whatever. But like, I feel like with Full Queer, it's like, yeah, I'm femme presenting and, that matters, but it also matters that I'm non-binary. And I really like that. I really like that, I can just be me and I don't have to like try to, placate anybody.
No, yeah. I mean, you gotta love it when people are able to be their like 100% full themselves. You know what I mean? Like, and they're just doing it for them, and they're doing it. You know what I mean? They're doing it because they want to be themselves. And sometimes, I mean, I don't know. It's just let people be themselves. That's it.
Yeah, for
let
real.
People be themselves. But I wrote down two more things in my notes, and I got to bring them up. So, and I'm sure you talked about it before on other podcasts, but I want to know. You worked at the Jungle Cruise.
Yes, I did. I'm wearing a shirt from theirs right now.
There you go. Yeah. Well, one because I haven't been to Disneyland and I haven't been on a Jungle Cruise in years, and the last thing I've done was watch the movie. So I'm assuming you watched the movie, the one with The Rock.
Of course,
So
I had to.
what'd you think of that one?
I really liked it because like usually like the one good Disney movie based on a Disney attraction is the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie. The rest, I mean, this new Haunted Mansion that's gonna come out looks pretty dope, but like the one with Eddie Murphy, no. Country Bears, no. Yeah, it's just very like miss one hit. So this one was actually pretty good, probably because it was very much like Pirates of the Caribbean, but it's like, you know, if it's not broke, don't fix it, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really good, and I really liked the beginning when he's like doing the Jungle Cruise, because like at first they're like quiet and just staring at him as he's telling these jokes, and then over time they start like groaning and yelling at him, and then like yeah, it's just I was just like, oh, that brings me back. That brings me back. Like me and my mom, because my mom saw me do it a couple of times, we're like laughing in the theater as he was making the jokes. And like we were the only ones like really laughing. And she's like, oh, it's probably because like we know this.
So those jokes that are being said on the Jungle Cruise, are those script? I mean, is that like mostly improv?
It's we have to say certain jokes that are approved by the company because it's Disney.
Yeah.
Because like if say a Jungle Cruise skipper said a joke and someone, you know, didn't like it and wanted to like sue, or like got offended or something and wanted to sue,
gotcha.
They basically run the jokes. Like we can suggest jokes, but they have to like go through like a bunch of lawyers first to like analyze like if anyone's gonna, you know, take offense to this.
Gotcha.
And if they do sue, the company can protect you if you said something that they approved, but they can't protect you if you just said something yourself, like you're on your own, pal. So, you know, people could improv, I guess, if they wanted to, but it's a risk I wasn't willing to take.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't do that either, not just thinking about it, but I didn't know, so that's why I had to ask. But
oh yeah, totally.
How long did you do that job for?
5 years.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then you moved and then you came back to the Bay, or how did that work out?
Because of wrestling.
Yeah, okay, cool.
I really, you know, I grew up all my life, you know, doing some sort of performance art, like whether it was like ballet or theater.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I was performing obviously on the Jungle Cruise, and I just really like performing. And I was watching the Netflix show Glow with Allison Brie. And I was like, you know, I feel like I've done a lot of different kinds of performing, but I haven't done wrestling yet. So why don't I try that? And my best friend happened to grow up with wrestling, like during like late Attitude Era, early Ruthless Aggression era.
Yeah.
And he got back into it when WrestleMania was here, I think for like 31. And so I asked him like, hey, how would I do it? And we looked at some schools, but in like Southern California, it was like either really expensive or it was like a lucha school. And don't get me wrong, I like the lucha style. It's just like, you know, at the time, I wasn't sure if it was okay for white people to do that. Now I know. Now I see that it doesn't matter, which makes sense because like people of all different backgrounds do martial arts, you know, why would it? Whatever. That was silly of me to think. But yeah, then I moved to Northern California where the schools were a lot cheaper. And came across Stoner U. And I was like,
that's what I always told myself. Like if I was gonna get into it, and I know I'm not going to, but if I were, it's between West Coast and Stoner U. Those are the two schools that I think that are fucking killing it right now with the students and how they treat the students and just everything. Those are the two top schools in my opinion on the West Coast. Oh well, because there's some top schools in LA and Oregon and shit like that. But when it comes to Northern California, for sure, West Coast and Stoner U, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, when it comes to the Bay Area.
Yeah. So one of the last things I have in my notes is because I want to know, and I wasn't there at a show the same day, but what was it like wrestling for the Folsom Street Fair?
awesome. It was really cool because I hadn't really done like a super gimmicky match yet, and I really like doing silly things. And we were wrestling basically like our carnivorous uh, birthday cake, and we were just like treating it like it was like wrestling us, and like I took a second rope bump from it out of the corner.
Nice.
And it was just great to like do something silly, especially at like a place where like people aren't necessarily like into wrestling. Some people there probably are, but like
Yeah.
a lot of them are probably just there for fulsome things,
You got
just fulsome things.
yeah, fulsome things. Yeah.
And uh and they just had a blast with it. They were just having a ton of fun, and I think at the end of the day, if the crowd's having fun, then you've done your job.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I saw some videos from that day, and I saw the matches that Folklore put out, and it looked like a lot of fun. Yeah, I do remember there was an Ugwa show that day in San Jose, and yeah, my brother was there though. He filmed all those matches actually. Not thinking about it.
He did. He did. He was a
Yeah,
trooper. There was a lot of
yeah.
matches.
From what I was told, yes, I heard there was a lot of matches.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how people do it with all the matches, but it's possible, and people do it, and it's a good time all the time. So,
Hmm.
oh my god! But I'm gonna ask you a question, and it's usually a David Edge question that he will ask, but he's not here today. I
How
don't know
dare
where
he?
I don't know where
No,
he's
I'm
at.
kidding.
Yeah, I don't know
It's
where he's
fine.
at. Um, so he usually asks this question, and so when it's all said and done, and the wrestling shoes, the boots, the gear, it's all put away, what does Laura Frazier want to be remembered for in this business?
Hmm. Um, just for kind of just being herself, being a badass, being cool, but also being like goofy and just not, be showing layers, just
There
not
you
just
go.
being one thing, but
Yeah.
be able to be multiple things within one person.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, actually, my last question is, where can people follow you on social media?
Pretty much everywhere. Twitter, Instagram. I haven't really been doing TikTok lately. I am so sorry. And Facebook, Lara Frazier Kick. Yeah, they're all just Lara Frazier Kick, all one word.
Nice. Well, thank you for doing this. It's been a long time coming. I know we were supposed to do this like a couple of times, and you know what it is? Booking meetings.
Hmm.
Doing them in
Oh yeah.
person, showing up to the venue, and like you're setting up, and then like all you hear is booking meeting, and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Like we've done interviews before, me and David, and in the middle of it, all I hear is booking meeting, and I'm like, fuck. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. I was like, I'm like, we're 8 minutes into this interview. I was like, there's no fucking way. I was like, but of course there's a way, and it just happens sometimes. But no, I
Yeah.
got I got Zoom taken care of. So yeah, I'm taking, so now I could do these interviews whenever. So
Nice.
yeah, thank you for doing this again. Thank you for taking your time out of your day for doing this. And yeah, just thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem. All right. Well, you take care.
You too.
I hope you guys really enjoyed that interview. Definitely got to get her back on again. Hopefully, like if I have time, I'll get on the interview.
Well, no, so I was thinking about it because like there's some that are coming up to about a year that I did last year, like the one with Tony Vargas. What's today's date? On the 13th, the guys just looked a couple like yesterday. On the 13th, it'll be a year that I talked to Tony Vargas, and then it's been a year since we talked to Nick Xander. It's been a year since we talked to I forgot who else.
Damn, that's crazy. I wish, you know what we should do?
Huh.
Look back at the first ever year that we did interviews
Uh-huh.
and see if like some of them are available. I mean, hey, Tony Vargas would be cool to interview, especially with him in his retirement.
Yeah, that's what I want to talk about. See what he's been up to.
Yeah, I don't want to sidetrack or anything, but we're still watching Wizards to Waverly Place.
Yeah, it's the one with the dragon dog.
Yeah, that's the guy who's with the dragon dog. That's a fun fact. That's Taylor Negron.
Who's that?
He was in. You remember what is it? Angels in the Outfield.
Yeah.
Okay, well, when the kids went to the ballpark, they had like an assistant, and the assistant was Taylor Negron.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
You know a lot of random facts.
And then if you ever watched Fast Times at Ridgemont High, which is a very outdated. It's a good movie, but it's very poorly outdated.
I believe it.
It's like it's literally about getting chicks and having sex with them,
Oh my
because
God.
they're like in their eyes they're property and shit like that. Like it's really bad. It's really bad. But Taylor Negron was in the movie. He was the pizza delivery man.
Another random fact. I don't know who this is, but okay.
Yeah. This is what I do with my time. Instead of doing interviews with Victor, I talk about Taylor Negron.
Yeah, and then you sell your arcade machines.
I already sold it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. You know what's funny? I'm not going to say what I bought it for,
Uh-huh.
but I made money selling it because
okay.
I sold it for way more than what I bought it for.
Oh, cool.
Because it's modded, it had 1,000 games on it. I didn't play it as much, and I'm a Nintendo Switch guy.
Oh, you can play Animal Crossing,
I don't play Animal Crossing,
but you can.
I could,
Yeah,
but I don't want
know
to.
I don't know what other games are there.
Mario Kart
Which one? Which one is it now?
number 8.
Oh, okay,
It's
cool.
fun. There's also what is it? We play this game called Overcooked.
Okay.
It's literally you're a chef and you have a time limit to make food, and it's the most stressful game you'll ever play.
I feel like I've seen it or heard of it before.
Like it'll literally pop up. It'll be like, go get 3 onions and make an onion soup, and you now have to go get the onions, cut them up, and then you got to put them in the soup, and then you got to make sure you do it right, and then there's a time limit on it, and then more orders keep coming in as you're making these foods. So like, you have to watch out because if you don't do it by a certain time, like, you'll lose $10 off of your tip.
Okay.
So it kind of sucks because you'll have money and then like you're like so close to your goal, and then like literally you'll miss an order and it'll take $10 off your tip.
What other games?
Super Smash Brothers, which I don't have yet, but I want to get it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I want to get that. I want to get the new Pokemon game. It'll be my first Pokemon game since Ruby or Sapphire.
Does Pokemon Go not count as a game?
I wouldn't count it as a Pokemon type of game. Like
I wouldn't count it as a video game.
No, it's a phone game.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's like it's the equivalent of paper toss. Remember paper toss? Where you just throw the paper, you flick the finger with the paper and you throw it into the trash can.
No, now me and Chent we're playing iMessage games.
It's really lame.
And we're playing the cup pong game.
Okay, that's so stupid. I like that though.
I miss it I suck at it. I'm not good at it.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect that. It's not. It's a fucking stupid. It's a phone game. Those aren't supposed to be.
No,
anything.
but yeah, I mean that's cool. There, you're a Nintendo Switch guy.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm trying to get the new Pokemon game.
Get it.
I'm trying to.
I
Yeah.
want to get. There's 2 games I want to get. The new Skate game that's kind of come out, and then
Yeah, because you have an Xbox, right?
yeah, and then I want to get the WWE. Not WWE. I want to get AEW game.
Yeah. When's that coming out?
I don't know.
Fuck if I know.
I mean, that's good. They're taking their time to make sure everything is good, but yeah, it should be a good game.
Yeah, because we have an Xbox One, but we don't play it ever.
I only play NHL and Skate 3.
We actually might sell it.
Yeah, sell them.
Yeah, we have a shit ton of games on it too. We like the Nintendo Switch. It's more fun. I want to get the new Kirby game.
Nintendo anything is fun. I think it is.
Yeah, no, it is fun. I like those kinds of games. And what's another one I wanted to get? Oh wait, I did say Pokemon. But yeah, I'm just like shocked because it'll be my first Pokemon game since Sapphire, which came out in 2004.
Oh.
So to play a Pokemon game from 2004 to go to this one now, that's like almost a 20-year difference.
Yeah.
So it's weird to play. Like, imagine if you only played. You remember WWF No Mercy?
Yeah.
Could you imagine if you played only No Mercy and then you started playing WWE 2K23? It's a big difference.
It's a big difference. Yeah.
Well, I mean, there are different consoles because you obviously use the Xbox, but
yeah.
All right, let's get on out of here.
Yeah, well, let's get out of here.
So yeah, again, Laura, thank you. You're the best, and you're an adventurer, which is
awesome.
fucking awesome. I love saying adventurer.
Yeah, pretty cool.
It's a fun thing. But yeah, thank you to everyone listening. Again, make sure to follow us on social media on Twitter and Instagram. It's at Markoutmedia18. Once again, that's Markoutmedia18. Also, buy the merch at brainbustertees.com.
And what else?
And then, Oh, make sure to subscribe to us. We're on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, and iHeartRadio, and many more platforms where podcasts are provided to you. You got any water? My voice is hoarse.
I have tons of water. Yes.
Wow, it's so funny. I didn't even do the interview. My voice is hoarse.
Yeah, I got tons of water. Oh, look, yeah, you good?
Yeah,
good,
you
guy?
know, it's just I'm getting old. Sometimes it's hard being over 40.
Well, all right, well, take us out.
Or am I?
Yeah, you're pushing 40.
Oh yeah, I gotta get out of here. Anyways, you guys. From me to Victor to everyone listening, you either mark out or get the fuck out. Later. Bye.
Thank you for checking out the Markout Media podcast. Make sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at markoutmedia18. And don't forget to buy the merch at brainbustertees.com.